Okay, this here first up is going to be a review of the trades I ended up taking on Aapl on Friday. Try and get these real quick because the daily chart and live chart is much more important here. First of all, 8.5 million shares on the open for Aapl on Friday. Originally thought it was going to be bullish. Took some 143 calls right here. Made a decent amount of money on these on this position. This little bit of a move up here. Once price action did reclaim the open and started to test the lows, a breakdown of those lows confirms bears are definitely in control. So shorted that breakdown, made some money on the way down. Came back up, thought this was simply a retest of the breakdown, ended up failing, took a small little loss there. No big deal. Came down, put in a bearish breakdown type of pattern here off of 143. Shorted just below the, just before the break, and made a little bit of money on that one. Again, another potential retest of that breakdown, which ended up being a failed trade. No big deal. Put in a 2-minute double bottom here, which did tell me I could at least attempt to try and take a bullish trade here towards 143.5, 140 up here where the VWAP was. So ended up taking that trade, got in, got out, made a little bit of money, and there as well. Now to the live chart here. I've already got some notes on here because my plan is already mapped out, and I just want to get through a lot of things in a short amount of time. I don't like these videos to go too long. First of all, I do want to go to the monthly time frame over here. In no way, shape, or form does this monthly candle tell me to go long. I know it is still developing. Price action could bounce from here and continue to move back up. However, right now, price action is extremely bearish. Okay, now to the weekly time frame. Last week, price closed on the exact lows. Maybe within 7 cents up here. Low is 140.20, close at 142.27. So 7 cents, okay. But anyways, price action 101. Price action closes at highs is bullish. The exact opposite of that, price action closes on lows, is bearish. There's absolutely nothing here saying this is a buy entry. There's nothing here saying this is a setup to go long. If you want to be long, that's your choice. Just honor your stops, control your risk, all that kind of stuff. Now to the daily time frame. This is a very, very bearish momentum setup. If you had price action completely opposite of this, where it was going up, dipped down, came back up 2 highs, that could potentially be a breakout pattern to continue higher. This, however, is the exact opposite. It's now come back down into what was a consolidation range after this initial move up after earnings. Now this range is basically from 145 down to about 140-ish area, 139 area. So that just tells us this breakout could potentially be failing. And anything below, I would say 140, is going to turn this bearish at least midterm. Now, you can argue Aapl is never bearish, it's never gone down, blah, blah, blah. Look at 2015. Huge triple top here, started selling off. Summertime went from 130 all the way down here to $90 within a month. So don't tell me Aapl cannot break down. It is completely possible. At some point, all stocks that go up are considered expensive. There's profit taking, bears take notice, all that stuff compounds, and price action actually ends up coming down. So my plan for tomorrow and this week is a short below 142. If that does not trigger and price action does actually bounce, which it could, it will go up, and I'll look for a resistance entry around 145, 145 and a quarter, or even at these highs of around 147 and a half. These are my plans going forward. Now, a couple things that I've seen on stock twits here, as far as someone posting a descending triangle as a potential bullish pattern. Think about that. Descending. What does that imply? A descending price action means price action is going down. In no way does that imply price is going to bounce and go higher. While it could take out whatever trend line you see here and may come up, which is probably something like this, it may. However, would be looked at as a dead cat bounce, will run into resistance, and bears will short the shit out of it. Now, as for those people that do watch my videos sometimes, I'm sure you know what's going on. I am not a fraud. I am not a con. I have nothing to gain by you watching my videos. I simply want to help people to read price action. Plain and simple. Now, with that said, I am offering a course. If you're interested, leave a comment down below. Message me here on YouTube. The choice is yours. This is my trade plan going forward. We shall see what the week brings.